Hi guys, welcome back to the debater. Today I'm going to be talking about the recent Disney film Hocus Pocus, and I got to say it's one of my favorites, the original one. And this is going to be a spoiler review because I already did a non-spoiler. Please check that out if you haven't watched it. I'll be surprised if you haven't because it's one of the memorable and fun Disney films, and the others can't join because some of them haven't watched it or some are too busy with work. So I'm just going to do this alone. But before you start, please make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And yeah, I'm just going to get started. So in the beginning, I really like the beginning because we get to learn the background of the sisters, and we kind of see like it's same personality. Like Winifred is always quite bossy. Sarah is just, well, really funny, and Mary's just Mary, like she's always there. And yeah, it's interesting. Like there was this new witch in the beginning. I've never seen her before, but yeah, that's how like it's all started. How the Sanister sisters came to be. On the 16th birthday, a girl becomes a witch. Well, any girl, I'm not sure if, but it's interesting. We get to see the background in these sisters because they were very memorable in the 1990s and where it all began. And we always like, it's interesting to hear how villains come to be. Like we see in Maleficent, or we see in Cruella, or the Queen of Hearts in Alice in Wonderland. So it's interesting to see in this kind of like particular characters. And the story is very simple. It's quite similar to the original. It's about like a kid or a group of kids who fight up against witches. One of them is struggling with something personal in their life. Like in the original, Max is struggling to cope with his new home, while this new kid, Becca, is losing a friend. And yeah, I think it's good, and it's quite good because we got all girls, young teenagers fighting off three older witches. So it's great. I like the similarities in it. And the songs, okay. If you know me, then you know I love the songs from the original. Like I Put a Spell on You. I sometimes listen to that. It's really good. And this it has two songs. It's got The Wishes Are Back, which is really good. They done a reversion of One Way or Another, I'm Gonna Find You. It's good. I love it. That's like one of the best things in the original film, and in this film, the songs is just really good. The comedy, it's great. I think one of my favorite moments is Sarah most of the time. Like if you remember the trailer when Winifred said like spread out, and Sarah's like, I love Sarah. She's just really funny. She's really good. She's like one of the weird psychic who just doesn't know what she's doing, but she's helpful, but she does it in a really funny way. And I remember early in the film when Gilbert was explaining the kids the story of the Sanister sisters, and he talks about the black flame candle, and he says only lit, yeah, when a virgin lights up the candle, the witches come back. And a kid asks, "What's a virgin?" I'm like, "Damn, what are you meant to say to that kid?" Oh yeah. That was good. Because I could be honest, I didn't ask that question when I was young, but yeah, what were you meant to say in that at that moment? And I kind of like, I don't know, I just like when the sisters kind of speak so sinister. Like one of them said like the house smelt of death. Like that meant to sound so creepy in a weird way, but sounds so sinister. And I remember when Sarah said like where's my lucky rat tail? I'm like, oh god, that was from the original. That was really cool. It's meant to feel a bit like kind of like creepy, but also kind of makes you just think this is a Halloween like kids film. But yeah, it fits perfectly. The lighting and the colors in this film, I mentioned this in the non-spoiler, it's perfect. Like we see like the red, purple, and green, like from the witches, and it just symbolizes the embodiment of like magic for them, because magic is meant to be magical, is meant to be outbursting, and I think that's really good. I like how they used it in this film, and the lighting, like when the witches appear, just show like how creepy and dangerous it can be. It's brilliant. It's really well done, and that's also for because it's meant to be in Halloween. It's meant to be a bit spooky. I think they did it well done, and the style. And I remember in the original film, I don't think they used a green screen for the flying part. In this one, you could tell they used a green screen, and but truly, I didn't care. Like in the background, if you could notice or you think, oh, that's too obvious, because I just think this is kind of meant to be a sequel to the 90s, like the 1990s version of of Hocus Pocus. And I just think, okay, that's quite. I just think that's quite cool because it still captures that tone, that feeling of that old school like fun part they did. Like there's that it just captures from the beginning in a way. And oh god, the cameos, and you could just tell there was so many. Like the black cat, I instantly thought it was one of the old characters back then. And again, Sarah's lucky ragtail, I thought, okay, I'll get that. And the one eye book, that book scared the hell out of me when I was young, because no offense, you don't often see a book waking up with one eye. That was just freaky. And Billy Butcherson. Oh, it's nice to see him. Like it was great seeing him again. And I remember the trailer. I'm a good zombie. So in the end, we see like Becca becomes a witch. I think we kind of noticed that from the trailer when we heard like the first witch from the beginning said when a child reaches to her 16th birthday, she becomes a witch. So I think we kind of predicted that with Becca, and she does, and she's probably a cool one. And I think that's pretty awesome to be a witch and fighting off against Winifred. And yeah, so Winifred did cast a spell, and it cost at the price of her sisters. And we saw that vulnerable part of Winifred, and I could be honest, I really sympathize with her because I love in the original where they were the sisters, like the main characters are the villains. And I like that they still kept it in this one as well. Like they still want to take over the world, they still want to kill children to become like immortal and beautiful. But this they sort of did something similar with like Cruella or Maleficent. Like they try to make them seem fair. They try to show the audience their good side. And I mean, I do feel bad for Winifred because she was always there for her sisters. The only reason why she became a witch is because she wanted to protect her sisters. And I get that. And I do feel really bad for her. Yeah, so mid credits, we get to hear the song again. The witches are back. And yeah, that song is gonna be stuck in my head now because it's a really good and upbeat song. And the post credits, I never knew they had a post credits. Someone like mentioned it on Twitter, and then I thought, okay, I need to go back and check this out, and I did. And there's another Black Flame candle. I'm like, wait, is it gonna be a Hocus Pocus 3? That's a shock. That's a big shock for me. I even listened to an interview of the writer Jen D'Angelo, and she said like they were just messing around with ideas. So I'm quite excited to think like if there's gonna be a Hocus Pocus 3. But then are the actresses gonna come back like the original who played the Sanderson sisters, or is it gonna be like the new young cast who are gonna play like the new witches, the new three witches of Salem? So yeah, that was pretty interesting. This is a good film to watch. I would definitely recommend it because it's fun, it's thrilling. It's not one of the fantastic films like to remember in history, but it's one of the memorable like films any kid will remember because it's not about trying to be like very meaningful. It's not trying to be very outspoken. It's just a fun film to watch, and that's what I get. I love watching this film. It wasn't dark. It just got that spooky feeling of Halloween, and it's about like kids coming up just fighting against the forces of evil, and that's what I like that kind of thing, and I think any kid should watch it because it's not going to get the nightmares, not like Fantasia or Pinocchio, but it's just a fun adventure, And I love that. And I love that. And one thing I forgot to mention, one thing I was kind of disappointed that it didn't involve, it was I remember the original where Sarah was singing Come Little Children. And that song is creepy as so. If you listen to like the full song version of it, you just think, oh God, this gives you chills. Like it does. And it was sang a little bit in the sequel, but I wish they did like another version of it. I wish Sarah sang it again. But yeah, this is a great film. I definitely recommend it. Even those who haven't seen the original, watch it. Just watch it because it's great. It's funny. It's does have a meaningful message about friendship and about love between family. And yeah, it's great. So thank you guys for listening to my review. Tell me your thoughts on the film in the comments about what was your favorite moment, who was your favorite character. I'm guessing it might be Winifred because she's my favorite character because she's bossy, she's a badass. She's like every mean villain in a funny way. And yeah, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell down below. Check out other videos. Check out the non-spoiler if you like. I explain some parts about the film as well. And check out other reaction videos to Disney or Marvel. Pranks and game videos are all fun. And check out our website, tell us information about us, like the whole gang, and follow us on Twitter and Instagram. And please, please, please subscribe. If you won't, then on Halloween, I might cast a spell on you. So thank you guys. Have a Hocus Pocus day. And yeah, enjoy Halloween. That is coming up. So see you next time. Bye.